Welcome back into Game Fanatics to another second look video. We are checking out Pompeii the Legacy again. The game is entering early access today. We originally checked out the demo about 1 to 2 months back. If you'd like to check out that video, I'll have a link to it in the description down below. It looks like a really awesome city builder game. And so I wanted to jump back into it and check it out again. And so here we are. We now get to check out the early access version just before it releases. And so I'll give you guys my thoughts and feelings about it as we play. What I'm looking at for mostly is the differences between the demo and the early access to see what kind of development's gone into it over that short period of time. I'm assuming the demo build wasn't too far off from the early access one, but just that you'll have access to more of the systems and more of the characters within the early access. So let's check it out. So I like that there's a creative mode because you can just play around, especially once you've done the campaign several times. I could definitely see that. Control, no story, no pressure, unlimited resource, total freedom, just your imagination in the city. I am curious what the difference between the sandbox and the creative mode are. I am assuming that sandbox is just, you still need to get the resources and stuff over time, which would probably be what you'd want to do after completing the campaign. In this early access version, the campaign's probably, single campaign storyline through. And then from there you can go to sandbox where you don't have the storyline, but you have to still successfully build the city. And then creative mode's going to be where you just have unlimited everything. You're just playing around, similar to like Minecraft creative mode. But anyways, we're going to be doing the campaign. Alright, so this is what I wanted, is having access to these other families, because I'm trying to remember which one we were forced to play as. I think it was the Julie family was the only option in the demo. And I either want to play the Veti or the Holkani family. I think we are going to go with the Veti family. I'm loving... for anybody who doesn't know, when it comes to these types of games, I love the economy aspects as far as like trading and stuff. And this one's clearly built around trading and shipping, which is what it's labeled as. And so I'd really like that, but I know for a fact that I don't have enough experience with the game to necessarily make sure I get to that point. So I'm going to go with the agriculture and fishing one. That way I don't have to worry about food as much in the early game, and I can kind of play trial and error to figure it out. So let's do that. What else we got? It's all the emblems. Okay. Since we're doing agriculture, let's do this one. Ooh, we'll do that one. I think I like this one. The first couple of years focus on producing food, stone, wood, and lumber. Listen to what your advisors tell you and you will establish a successful initial production. That's what we're looking to do.
My sons, we are faced with a challenging yet noble task. One that will define the future and reputation of our family. The great Dominus Traianus Augustus, whose wisdom and mercy spread across our magnificent empire, has granted us a great honor. As the father of our family, I have been selected to manage a grand project, the restoration of our beloved city of Pompeii, which lies under the slopes of the majestic Vesuvius. I will lay the foundations and initiate the construction of the city, but it falls upon you, my sons, to complete my work. This is not merely about rebuilding stone walls and marble columns. This is about restoring the spirit of our city, a spirit that has never died, even beneath the ashes.
Choose a location for your servants to build the city hall. Now, how do I do this again? Trying to remember how to do the camera angle down. No, it's not that. Okay. Anyways, so this island's actually massive. If you don't know, like, there's this whole area on the right side of this river that separates it. There's also a river here that kind of separates it as well, as this mountain. So you're kind of encouraged initially to build over here. Now, something that I did on a previous play was I did not do a great job at first. Initially, I built here and had my resources very spread out because I was just placing them in optimal locations. I think this time I'm going to intentionally place them less optimally, but more for a easier start. Trying to think of how I want to do this. Okay, so rotate for this. I don't know if I want to build down here. I think maybe starting over here might be better for me. Maybe not for expanding over time. So the one thing I'm looking for is these smaller rock spots. I think those are what you can mine early on, before you get a quarry that allows you to mine these big areas. So I'm looking for a rock area nearby. We got wood over there. So I might do over here. Something like this might be a much better start than what I've done in the past. Maybe something like this. My only issue is, can I fish off of the river, or does it have to be in the ocean? I'm not sure. Because if I can't fish off the river, then being that far away from the ocean would be problematic. Yes, guys, I realize I'm spending a lot of time thinking about this. I probably shouldn't, but it's what I'm doing. All right, you know what? We're just going to do this. We'll do over here. Because we're not... I'm just doing a first look video. I only got an hour. I'm wasting time. I might even cut some of that because it took so long for me to choose.
The most noble of all tasks. As my personal legate, you are sent to restore the greatness and splendor of our beloved city of Pompeii, which lies in ashes and awaits rebirth from the ruins of its former glory. The fate of Pompeii rests in your hands, and I hope that with your skill and courage, you will successfully lead this mission. By your side will be my loyal subject, Publius Attianus, a man of great fidelity and capability. His experience and knowledge will be of invaluable assistance in this grand endeavor. Trust in him, as I trust in you. To ease the beginning of this journey, I am sending you resources, which you will find essential in the initial days of rebuilding. Use them wisely.
To attract workers to the city, we need to have empty houses. We also need shelters for the city's slaves. Plebeians, along with slaves, will arrive by land and sea. Our first mission is to order the construction of 2 shelters for the slaves and 2 insulas for the plebeians.
It's like these are the slave houses and these are the plebeian houses. I'm thinking too big again. I really need to just like zoom in and not think that there's a massive map to play with. So there's no reason for me to like build so far out. So I think what I'm gonna do is this. All right. I do like, here's the statue that I picked, and here's the flags that I picked represented in the main building. It looks really nice. This game is honestly beautiful. Like, even while under construction, each phase looks really nice. Hey, we got our first achievement. All right.
The new houses look nice. Father, but why is everything so muddy here? In Rome, the roads are made of stone.
My son, Rome is the capital of the empire. Here in Pompeii, we're starting from scratch. But don't worry, we'll have proper roads soon enough. First, though, we'll build simple dirt roads since we don't have enough stone for paved ones. Everything in its own time.
The next task is gathering food. Before we can rebuild the city and establish production and trade routes, we must first ensure there is enough food for our people. While accompanying the Emperor of the Pannonian Valley, you witnessed firsthand how an army can sustain itself by foraging for natural resources. That knowledge will serve us well here.
The meadow and the forest are great sources of food. So we will build a gatherer's hut to collect food from the surrounding area for our city.
All right. So we need gatherer's hut. Which I'm not quite sure how that would help with the food gathering. We do got a lot of mushrooms there. And there's also a nice little forest area here for gathering food. I think what I'm going to end up doing is putting one over here. And they can use this forest as a gathering area for now. Yeah, I think I'm going to have a lot easier time than when I played the demo. As I said, my big issue was that I spent a lot of time dealing with resource issues because I was very spread out in this area initially. And it resulted in me spending quite a bit of time with, yeah, not having enough food or not being able to get lumber quick enough. So we're going to intentionally try and keep it more condensed here. And then allow it to naturally expand out. We've got, like, the wood, we've got the stone spots. Like, we've got some really nice areas here. Oh, we can even take out this temple ruins for 175 stone. That's quite a lot. And later on, we'll be able to mine these hills around us. Alright. So they're working on the Gatherer's Hut now. Speed it up. There we go.
Great job so far, but there is still a lot of work ahead of us. We Romans cannot live on gathered plant produce alone.
Yep,
Our
a hunting
bodies
camp.
also need meat. Now is the time to build a hunting camp and employ hunters who will supply us with meat.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and speed it up. So the gatherers will probably spend more time here. I wasn't paying attention to what resource they're producing. It's mushrooms. And we've got a nice little mushroom spawn right there. Do we have any other mushroom spawns? Not really, but we've got nice hunting right here.
It's time to establish a production chain that will
hanging
provide
out
us
on
with
the edges
enough
of the
lumber
forest.
to continue building the city without interruption. Publius, explain to my sons how we will accomplish this.
Some more
To
mushrooms
ensure
here.
we have enough wood, we will start by sending a few people to cut down trees in the forest. After that, we will build a sawmill that will produce planks from the wood. Finally, we will construct a forester's hut, which will generate wood on its own, so we won't have to keep sending people into the forest.
Yeah, so we need to do, collect trees manually in the forest, so we need to intentionally cut down specific trees. So we're going to use this button to collect. I'm not even going to do the forest, I'm just going to do right around here. And then it will want me to build a sawmill, which I don't know where that is here. General production, Forester's Camp, sawmill. So Forester's Camp's what allows them to sustainably ensure a steady supply of lumber. I think what I'm going to end up doing is putting it intentionally like over here, not to use these woods, but to use other trees. I don't want to go too far over. So my intention is to expand this way with buildings. So using this area for resources is going to be my best bet early on. So I think what we'll do is we'll intentionally put this like here. See what kind of angle we can get on it. Thinking like right here. Yeah, this is probably going to be my furthest away building for a while, but it's because that's where we're going to be planting trees and cutting them down. So we need the space to do that. We don't want it right on top of our building area because we're going to be putting a lot of buildings in this area and then going this way with them. So putting it there, it allows us to keep this forest for hunting for food while using this area to grow and cut for lumber. So I like that. And then the sawmill. Is noise an issue in this game? That's one thing that some city builders consider and other ones don't, is noise pollution. I'm not going to worry about it because we're not playing for the whole game right now. Although maybe in the future. Maybe it's one that you guys would like to see a Let's Play of in the future. If you would, let me know in the comments down below. If this one would interest you in seeing me do a full playthrough of the story. If nobody says anything, I might honestly do it in my free time when I get some. But I'm not going to worry about noise pollution, so I'm going to go ahead and just drop it right here. It's nicely along the path to our main area from where we're going to be gathering trees primarily. I like how there's a cat hanging out by the hunter's camp.
We're now producing a significant amount of resources, and soon we won't have enough space to store them in the city center. It's time to build a depot, a small storage facility designed to hold both food and various materials.
Yeah, so storage depot is going to be these little buildings. They're also what gives us, like, trying to think of how to word it. Actually, we'll build it right here. It also gives us, like, transport guys. So it'll employ some of our, I believe, slaves in order to transport. Yeah, worker, carrier, slaves. This also facility. So that's what gets our resources transported around.
Father, there's someone in the courtyard.
No need to be alarmed, boy. I'm Marcus Cornelius Sulla. Surely you've heard of the Sulla family. Our name is well known in Pompeii.
Marcus Cornelius Sulla. To what do we owe this visit?
Ah, the man favored by the Emperor himself to rebuild Pompeii. How fortunate you must feel, and yet how undeserving.
The Emperor entrusted this task to my family, and I intend to
say after
through.
this.
What is it you want, Sulla?
I'm here to remind you that the Sulla family has deep roots in this city. Far deeper than yours. Pompeii is not yours to rebuild alone. Remember that. Enjoy your moment. But know this. The Sullas do not forget when they are wronged. Power shifts, like the winds.
Father, what did he mean by that? I'm glad he's gone.
Nothing we can't handle, my son. But we must prepare.
We should build a prefecture and hire guards to ensure order in the city. Sulla's visit raises the risk of sabotage. We need to be ready.
Alright, so now we gotta build a prefecture. But yeah, for anybody wondering why it's called Pompeii the Legacy, if anybody doesn't know, Pompeii is the city that was destroyed by the volcano. And if you go over here, you can see the volcano here, and you can see the structures still covered in ashes, including the arena. This is all stuff that you can reclaim for resources later on, which is pretty cool to help with rebuilding. You got the theater and the stadium, and you've got the domus. Yeah, so that's why. So So we need to build the prefecture, which is not military production. It is... government? Yep, there we go. It's like the guard structures. So they use the walkways to get around, so I'm going to need to build a couple of them. Trying to figure out where I'd want to put one. Thinking one at either corner there, and then one down here as well. And then we're just gonna road connect from there over to there for now. It's probably more than I need for these, but I'm not sure of the total radius of them. So just be safe, we'll build 3 of them. We have the resources.
We're running short on slave labor.
Alright,
Build
so we need more
shelters
slaves.
So the city can accommodate additional workforce.
Father, I miss Mother and Sister. The house feels so empty without them.
I know, my son. I miss them too. But they will join us once we have built a strong and safe home here. For now, remember you are a Roman. Even as a child, you carry the strength of our people.
You have to build more houses soon too, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that
Governor,
now.
I've prepared a report on the state of the city. You may review it together with your son. It will keep his mind occupied and teach him something valuable.
Probably don't need that much. That might put a strain on our
There are
food, but that's
still
okay.
ruins of old Pompeii lying around. Demolishing them will give you valuable stone and iron.
I don't see iron, but I can get stone from the temple ruins. So the government panel, we do have some stone, is going to be here. So this gives you an overview. Workforce is stable with minimal unemployment. Migration to city is thriving. Sentiment, residents love you. Food, city has plenty of food. So it's basically saying everything's doing okay right now. You can do a breakdown of all of your jobs. Research, we need to start doing. There are currently no laws available to enact, so over time you can activate laws. Nice. And here's your family tree. First generation. So how many generations, I wonder, does this game go?
We're consuming more food than we're producing. Consider upgrading workforce expansion at the hunting camp to increase the number of workers and boost meat production.
How do we upgrade again? There we go.
There aren't enough plebeians to manage and sustain production.
I'm working on that.
More Insuli to attract new residents.
The city is growing steadily, but will soon need far more stone to continue building. Our current supplies won't last much longer.
Don't
Without
worry.
enough stone, progress will slow to a crawl.
We're gonna get that
What do
temple
you
ruin, and
suggest?
I'm already working on
We need
researching
to
the quarry.
identify the best locations for quarries. I recommend we research more advanced techniques and tools. It will take time, but it's essential if we want to extract stone efficiently and ensure the city's continued growth. With all the necessary preparations in place, we now have everything we need to construct a quarry. It's time to build one and secure a steady supply of stone for the city's continued growth and development.
Alright, so this is where we gotta construct a quarry. General production, quarry. Here we go.
Quarries must be built against the edge of a mountain. Make sure part of the building is placed on the rocky slope.
Some of them are hard to get the placement right. So like this one here, there's a couple different spots I could do, it looks like. I want to do as far to the right as I can. Less road potentially in the way. There we go. It's not quite as close as I would like it, but it's close enough. And then I need to do another storage so we can have more carriers. Again, we're using this side for gathering our resources, and then we're going to use this side for expanding. Hence why another storage is going here, because we're going to build that way. Eventually. I don't even know if we'll get to it in this playthrough, but that's the plan. I gotta keep an eye on food, because we are losing a lot of food. Food's becoming a problem. I need fishing. I didn't research it yet. Oh, I don't need... Oh, fishing's all the way out there. Shit. Enhanced stone harvesting from natural deposits found in the wilderness, providing a 10% increase in stone collection. Well. Sharp saw. We need the well. I need to hurry up and get to fishing to help out with the food production. Low security level in part of the city? Where? What part? Oh, there's this one here. Okay, so I just need to build my other hut. They're concerned about the low security. Bow. Alright, now that I understand how their range works is just a square, I didn't need to put these so close together. I need to spread them out more. I might actually delete this one and put it over as well to space it out.
Father, I saw several people coughing and looking unwell as I walked through the city. Some were too weak to stand.
That's troubling to hear. It could be the beginning of an illness, spreading through the city.
It's likely a contamination issue. The lack of clean water could be the cause. Diseases often spread when people rely on polluted sources. I recommend researching ways to improve access to clean water. Once we've developed the proper methods, we can construct wells throughout the city. Providing clean water will not
Already
only
working on
combat
it.
the illness, but also improve the overall health of our people.
That sounds like the right thing to do. We need to act quickly before more people fall ill.
Well, expansion. Unlock the knowledge to dig deeper wells, allowing a larger area to be supplied with fresh water. That's actually really nice.
To the governor of Pompeii.
Ooh, Imperial Decree.
Your swift progress in developing the city of Pompeii has not gone unnoticed. The
500
Empire
blocks
now
of
calls
stone.
upon you for a critical task. Preparations are underway for a campaign in Dacia, and I have ordered the construction.
We'll get 1,000 denarii for it. So that basically, what we gotta do is just expand our stone gathering here by upgrading the work. We'll have it done in no time. All right. So the other thing is, food seems to be at least somewhat stabilizing for now. I just need to make sure I don't get any more, bring in any more people. If I need more housing, then I'm gonna need more food production, which we should be able to get. I gotta keep researching. Rune salvaging, develop techniques to efficiently dismantle runes, recovering valuable stone for reuse. I don't need that right now. Food production, I'm gonna need to get architect to get that. Yeah, we need food production beginner. So we need architect, which means we need sharp saw. The technology tree is actually like huge. Like look at this. Goes all the way down to jewelry store at the end. But you actually move fast. You can move quickly through it because of this. I'm gonna go ahead and just like queue up a bunch at this point. And then we'll go towards fishing, which I need to do. I can only queue up 4.
This is a disaster. A boulder came loose from the hill and buried several slaves. We're struggling to dig them out in time. This could have been avoided with better oversight. I strongly recommend building an architect's office immediately. It will ensure the safety and stability of our construction sites.
While the architect's office is important, the people are frightened, and whispers are spreading through the city. They believe the gods are angry with us for disturbing the earth. To restore order and calm their fears, we should build a shrine first.
Master, I understand the people's fears, but without proper architectural oversight, this could happen again. The safety of our workers must come first.
Both of you make good points. However, the people's faith is fragile, and fear is a dangerous thing in a city. For now, I'll build a shrine. Let's give them a sign that the gods are with us. The Shrine of Fortuna could calm their uncertainty, but rest assured, the architect's office will not be forgotten.
Analyze the benefits of strategic placement between gatherers and hunters camps. Improving resource collection efficiency and granting 10% production bonus to both facilities when built in proximity. Yes, I want that. And then we'll get fishing next. I tried to build the shrine. There we go. I was going to say, I'm trying to build the shrine, but I couldn't actually build it yet. Something like this is going to have to be like the optimal spot for it right now. We'll cover all the current housing, and then we can build another one later on. Actually, I want to do it right here. And then we're going to build a road between these two sections, right across the middle here. Perfect. I like how there's multiple versions of wells so that they don't all look the same. So you got the well here and you got one over here. And they have a different design to them, so there's some variety between them. Same with like these buildings. There's not really variety between those, but these ones you can see there's variety. There's 4 different building styles in just the first 4 buildings we've placed. Alright.
This shrine stands as a testament to your wisdom, Governor. Fortuna watches over those who honor her, and now her presence will bring protection and luck to those who labor in the quarry and beyond. Let this be a place where fears are aced and fortunes are made.
We're about to hit the 500 stone we need for the
There's plenty
capital.
of fish in the waters near Pompeii, Governor. Best not waste it. Build a fishing hut and reap the sea's bounty.
I'm working on it.
The stone blocks have been gathered as ordered, Governor. The Emperor will be pleased, and our contribution will aid Rome's great endeavors.
Indeed, the Emperor recognizes diligence and service to Rome. He sends his gratitude, Governor. And as a token of his appreciation, grants you an additional 1,000 denarii.
Governor, we have a visitor. Our people may have shelter and work, but Pompeii is more than just a muddy settlement with quarries. If we are to restore its former glory, we must bring life back to its streets.
Right now, we barter with whatever little we have. But imagine a proper marketplace. A place where traders bring goods from afar, where people gather, converse, and prosper.
You're right. We're not just rebuilding ruins. We are rebuilding a city. A marketplace would do more than provide goods. It would be a symbol of growth and civilization.
Okay, so we're going to have to build a marketplace. I'm currently putting down 2 fishing huts, one over
the fishing
there.
hut must rest partly on land, partly in the water. You may need to rotate it to find the perfect spot on the shore.
And then we're going to have another one right there. Ooh, lumber's low. Ooh, we're also low on stone because of the 500 that we just sent, but we'll have more of that in a second.
We currently have a shortage of slaves without assigned tasks. To address this, I recommend building a shelter to accommodate new arrivals. This will ensure we have the workforce needed to sustain and expand the city. From now on, I won't remind you of such shortages directly. Instead, you'll be able to monitor this through the city's management interface.
I don't know if I want to do shelters on this side of this area or keep them towards the outside. I think I'll just keep them towards the outside for now. Why can't I build here? Too close to the beach, I guess. Oof, technically, this house is one space off. I'm gonna demo it. Crime risk overlay. We're covered. Water overlay. We're okay. Fertility overlay. So when we can plant crops later, this will be a nice area to do so. Yeah, so there's the mining areas. Why is it showing in yellow for the food and goods consumption? No, that's just what I'm clicking on. How do I demolish a building? There we go. We're gonna rebuild it. I wasn't happy with the fact that it was slightly off the road. It's fine. We'll have the lumber for it shortly. There we go. Already got it. This will give us the additional slaves we need. There we go. Alright, food seems to be relatively stable right now. Maybe even a slight uptick over time. I can't really tell. It looks like it's about stable. What is all of our lumber going to? Yeah, I just can't seem to get enough lumber. We got 5 lumberjacks converting our resources, but it's not going up. Alright, maybe we'll finally have enough lumber being produced. I can't really tell. That seems to be our big issue here, is the lumber production. I might have to spin up another lumber camp. Let's work on that. Like, we need more wood production. So what we're going to do is intentionally build out this way for the lumber. So I don't want to go too much on the fertile land, which is right here. So we're going to go this way with the lumber production. I don't want to go too far away, but we do need to do the forester's camp, which is going to go over here. So we'll build up the trees in this area as well. And we'll do the sawmill along the way. Okay, let's do... storage and sawmill. There we go. All along this path. Yes, I know we need more wood as well. That's why we're upgrading another forester's camp. At least our food's doing well. Our food's doing really well. We're good on stone. So we managed to get those two things balanced. Alright, there's 3 lumberjacks there already. And 3 foresters. We're going to upgrade the foresters right away. and that should help out quite a bit. So we'll see if in like a turn or so we'll get the wood production situation sorted. Anything else to really do at the moment? No, we've got a good balance of everything right now. And we're just kind of waiting. I need to research stuff. That's what I need to be doing. Yeah, because they want me to build a marketplace. We haven't done that yet. We've already researched everything back that way. Reducing input cost by 5%. That'll be helpful. Carpenters, woodworking facilities produce essential tools and furniture. Ooh. Wildwood collector, enhanced wood harvesting from freely growing trees in the wilderness, providing 10% chance increase in wood collection. That's something else I could do, is I could just have my guys cutting down trees. They're naturally grown. Grain fields, we're gonna need those soon. And a forum. So, like, research-wise, I don't need to research every single thing, but as you're going, it's so beneficial to get each of them. Where's the marketplace? Ooh, we could start to do gravel roads. That'd be nice for some areas. So, market provides citizens with food supplies, basic goods, and even luxury items for the affluent. Worker traders, plebeians, input, 1 lumber, 1 mushroom, 1 meat. This is how you get traders, but I'm not sure I understand quite what the purpose is of these guys. What we do need, though, is lumber, so I'm going to go ahead and tell my guys to start collecting some trees in the area. That'll help out with our lumber issue until this camp gets enough trees grown around it. Honestly, we can cut back on our workers at our sawmill. I guess I can't. It just automatically sets that amount. And I can't reduce it. Weird. It's alright. And we need marketplace, which I just forgot where it was. That is a massive structure. Holy. I did not expect this to be so big. That would be not a bad spot for it. But what's the radius on this building? We'll build it here. Actually, no. I need to build it one further over. Right there. There we go.
We're running short on slave labor. Build more shelters so the city can accommodate additional workforce.
Yeah. I'm gonna need more of each type of building today. Hopefully we won't have a food issue by adding these people, but I definitely need to make these buildings happen. Ooh, it actually just barely fits in here. Oh, it's slowed down because right now we have all of our guys cutting. I'm saying cancel, but I guess I can't because they're already there. Alright, they're almost done. That's what's stopping our marketplace from being built.
Build more
There we
shelters
go.
so the city can accommodate additional workforce.
I'm working on it. Our slaves were all currently gathering trees was the issue. So I was fixing our lumber issue until we could spin up enough trees here to harvest.
Sister!
Which we're getting there.
You're finally here!
It's good to be home.
There we
Though
go.
home still needs a lot of work.
Pompeii looks so different from Rome. It's smaller, smells like smoke. Feels a bit rough.
Speaking of rough, have you seen the state of the people here? They look like they've been living in the wild.
They have been busy rebuilding the city.
That may be. But if we want to restore Pompeii's dignity, we should start with something simple, like a barber shop. Proper grooming is the mark of civilization.
Barbershop. Where do I get stone roads? How far up do I need to go? Brickwork. Brickwork might lead to that. Oh, I got a ways to go till stone roads because I don't see it in any of these upcoming ones. So it's got to be... How far up would it be? Way up. It's way up here. We got ways to go till that. Delpa can lay out precision craft durable bricks for construction and infrastructure. So let's get the clay pit going. Pottery and brick production. So we need charcoal burner, and we're gonna want to get grain fields going. And then they want me to build a barber shop. Build a forum here. Oh, it just barely doesn't fit here. Oh, I was looking forward to having it right there. Alright, so what does the forum do again? The heart of civic life in the city. The forum serves as a center for trade, politics, and social gatherings, shaping daily affairs of its people. Okay. So actually, I don't mind building it right here on the back sides of these buildings, because our plan is to expand out this way. But it is going to cause an issue with that road over there. It doesn't quite fit there nicely either. So I got to figure out what I want to do with this, because we're going to want to make sure it fits nicely wherever we end up placing it. With our expansion intended to go this way, I'm thinking we just kind of like free fall place it here. And then that way, as we expand this way, it'll be along the path. One thing I gotta be careful of is our mushroom gathering is here. Also, time to start building some gravel paths for my people. Whoops, I didn't mean to build an additional path here. Now we got 2 roads. Alright, that should be good enough for now. And then we'll do gravel road from here to here and up this way. Across here for now. And where is a barber shop? It's the market. Basic good luxury items. Scroll and perfume production. Okay, health and safety. Barbershop. Where citizens maintain their appearance. So I don't really want to put it by the slave area. We can put it over here and make it part of our like central courtyard area that I'm building. I like that idea. Covers a nice big area as well. Expand out some of these roads so I can kind of visually see where we're aiming to expand this way. I don't want to go up too much because this is the fertile land.
The city grows by the day. Markets are thriving. Craftsmen work tirelessly, and people settle into their homes. But where do they gather to shape the future? Where do merchants strike deals and orators stir the crowds?
We've already done that.
Streets. It is unworthy of a Roman city.
Exactly. In Rome, the Forum is not just a place, it is the heart of the empire. Pompeii must have its own Forum, Governor. Without it, we are merely a collection of homes and workshops, not a city.
Oh, perhaps that's why our home has turned into a hall of debates and complaints. Even the hunter came this morning seeking your judgment on the price of his goods.
This cannot go on. We need order, structure. A place where people come together, not in chaos, but with purpose. A forum, yes, but not just any forum. A monumental forum worthy of Pompeii's rebirth. A place that reminds every citizen we are not just survivors, we are Romans.
To Maximus, governor of Pompeii. By order of Emperor Trajan, you are to depart immediately for Dacia. You will report to the Roman military base in Nicopolis ad Istrum, where His Imperial Majesty awaits your arrival. You are to join Apollodorus of Damascus, the Emperor's chief engineer, in preparations for the construction of a great bridge over the Danube. The Emperor values your military experience from past
I
campaigns.
have to bring
in
200
Pannonia,
units of
and
Roman
believes your knowledge
furniture.
will be invaluable in securing this vital undertaking. Your presence will aid in ensuring the bridge's completion and maintaining stability on Rome's frontier. Additionally, the Emperor commands you to bring 200 units of fine Roman furniture to supply and furnish the military base at Nicopolis ad Istrum. To supply this effort, His Imperial Majesty grants you 1,000 denarii as an incentive. The campaign demands not only strength, but...
Alright, so we need to be building furniture then. Which is from this carpenter's workshop. Flame flow. When charcoal burner is near brickworks, brick production increased 10%. Mine durability. Excavation techniques. All mines and quarries last 20% longer. I need to get that. Hunting patrols to protect grain fields from wildlife, reducing crop losses, increasing yield. Huh. So wildlife can basically get into my crop fields and make them worse? That's crazy. Alright, there we go. Now we can start doing the carpenter work. Notice how my lumber and wood production are both perfectly fine now that we got this second area going. I'm pretty happy about that. I do have low security for this building. I'm gonna need to fix that. So best bet would be to put like one of these over here. If we were to put another one of these here, I'm going to do that and then drop this here. There we go.
When planting farms, look for fertile land. Use the overlay system to find the best spots.
So we could actually do the crop fields now. We want to do the fertility overlay. So my idea here is to build like a couple crop fields here. And then we're going to expand and build our like residences and stuff and continue building up this way. That is my thought on this, is to make my way over there.
Governor, the Emperor does not issue requests. He gives orders.
Yeah?
The furniture for his military base must be gathered without delay. Every moment wasted is an insult to His Majesty's expectations.
Okay. So what you're saying is make more workers. Wait, what does this take? Tools. How do I make tools? Is the market what's making the tools? I have no idea. What gives me tools? Yeah, I need a blacksmith's forge to increase the production of tools. Which is going to be after we get iron and charcoal production going. Which we're not quite at yet, but we are getting close. This iron mine is here. And we are working on the charcoal production for bricks and the mines. And then the blacksmith forge is here, along with the smelting proximity. Okay. Yeah, with that, I'm going to set up the farms, and then I think we're going to call it there, guys. I am running low on time.
Open the Fields panel and click Add Field to start growing crops.
I think 192 is the largest you can make it. So I'm going to intentionally do, like... Wait, what? Oh, because that's the different structure. Duh. Why won't it stop? There we go. Yeah, so this spot's not quite as fertile, but I like the setup of where it's fertile. And then this one needs to add a field as well. There we go. Why do they still have the exclamation points on them? I have no idea. Alright, we almost have the furniture required. This place is eating up my lumber, though. Oof.
The Emperor calls, and duty leads me to Dacia. But this city is far from finished, and its people still need guidance. I leave its future in your hands.
Pompeii will endure, as it always has. I will see to its growth, as you would.
Efficiency is only 88%. Oh, what the?
Built.
Oh.
The people will not be without leadership.
They will not stand alone, Governor. I will remain at their side, offering counsel and ensuring the city stays on course. Your vision will not falter in your absence.
Then I leave with a steady heart. Take care of each other and of Pompeii. When I return, I expect to see a city even greater than the one I leave behind today.
And we expect to see you return whole, not just in honor, but in body as well. Be careful.
May the gods watch over your journey, Father.
Alright. So with Maximus is leaving, that is also where we are going to leave off as well.
Less grain by the day. Soon, even the wealthiest will struggle to find bread. We cannot afford to wait. Pompeii must secure its own food supply.
Which is what I'm doing.
I had hoped we would have more time. But you are right. We cannot rely on trade alone. What do you suggest?
Wheat, domina, the foundation of every Roman meal. If we plant now, we can ensure the city's survival before shortages grow worse.
My father left the city in our hands. We will not fail him. I will find the best land, gather the workers, and secure the wheat. We begin at once.
Ooh, building a granary next to the grain farm gives it 20% storage space bonus. That's actually huge. Okay, so way up here is the bakery, so that's where you can make bread from grain, improving food diversity. It comes after we get the winery, which is a little interesting, because I'm pretty sure we need the yeast for the wine. This one's at 92, this one's at 88 proficiency.
Just as your husband leaves, the flow of goods slows to a trickle. No pottery, no furniture. The people are left wanting. A city without comfort is a city of unrest, Domina.
Is this your doing, Sula?
I
Ooh.
I am but a humble observer of Roman politics.
He's messing with us.
Earning the Emperor's favor is one thing, but winning over the plebeians, that is a battle you will have to fight yourself.
A battle? No, Sula. This is manipulation. You seek to break the people's trust.
Break trust? No, no. I simply let nature take its course. If Pompeii cannot provide for its own, the people will find leaders who can. But first, I will enjoy watching you struggle.
He is gone, but his shadow lingers. If we do not act, unrest will take hold. A pottery workshop will allow us to provide what the people lack.
We must act now.
Where's
Our
a clay
people will
pit?
have what they need, as they always have.
I just realized I have no idea where the clay pits are. Did I maybe overlook that by building where I did? I don't even see any over here either. Place near the riverbank, the nearest depot warehouse. So it's by the river is what you have to place this next to. Oof. Oof. There's a problem. I am nowhere near a riverbank. So that's the problem to starting out here, is that you make it so that you cannot get clay easily. That's a problem. Okay, well, now I know, guys. While this was really nice for an early start, as soon as you get up to brickworking, clay production, that kind of stuff, building out on this little peninsula here is not good, because you need the river access, which is way over here. Realistically, it's not too far, but definitely it would make an issue with transporting resources. What I would probably do is expand this road up and then across in a straight line to get over to here. But yeah, that's definitely a downside to producing there, and why you'd probably want to start your city more over here. I just needed to not spread out the way I did previously. The only thing that you really can't put right next to you is going to be the quarry if you do it here. But yeah, that's the only downside to this area. So it might be worthwhile to do the city when you build it more in this area to start with. But then fishing's not super accessible either. This map takes a lot of thought into where to start. I might actually spend some time and work on that, figure that out for myself. It is possible that this would also be a good side to start on then. You got a lot of mushrooms. You've got this entire ridge line to mine over here. You have access to the river. The only thing you don't have access to early on is a forested area, but you can make up for that. I don't know. I think that area probably isn't great either. Maybe down here. Fertile lands. Mountain, river access is not that close. Ugh. Anywho, I'm going to leave it here, guys. So yeah, early access, a lot smoother for me than in the demo. I didn't notice a lot of differences. I think the demo gave a lot of the initial gameplay in the demo, which was very nice because it allowed you to get this experience of playing, the first probably at least 2 or 3 hours of the game without missing out on anything for the demo. But yeah, no, this game is a lot of fun. For me, I don't know. There's a lot of building size variance that makes the placements look kind of ugly to me. I'm sure I could figure it out to where it'd be a lot nicer. I just haven't gotten there yet. I think my big issue is like trying to set up a courtyard here initially and building around the front of this building. I think I should have just off-centered everything from the start so that I could then drop like a market in here or the civics building in there. You know, so I could have my primary like social buildings around my main city hall. But yeah. Ooh, so you need brick and lumber to get the city hall upgraded. Grants your governor the ability to pass laws using political points. Ooh. That's actually really cool. So yeah, but that's going to be it for this one, guys. Hope you all have enjoyed. Definitely recommend this game if you are a fan of city builders. I will leave a link to the Steam page in the description down below. And if you can't pick it up right now, make sure to wishlist it. Wishlisting always really helps out these developers. This game is in early access as of today. And there's a ton of content already available. I mean, just look at that frickin' research tree. But yeah. So anyways, there's also a society tree too, which I've not been paying attention to at all. And I really should have been. Like, I didn't even realize it until just now that this society tree actually has a lot of really helpful things like schools, domuses, other shrines. This is where you get tax reforms, the tavern. So yeah, this is a whole other tech tree. So it's not just the tech tree. There's also the society tree, which is almost as big of upgrades and stuff to do as you're playing. And I totally missed that. I was not paying attention enough. But that would have given us access to a lot more interesting structures to try and figure out where to place down. But yeah, so that's going to be it for this one, guys. Hope you all have enjoyed, and I will see you again next time.